Beloved friends, today we celebrate the 17th Sunday in Ordinary Time. The readings focus on the mysterious and benevolent power of God that satisfies our needs. Life can be hard. There are times and days when we are overwhelmed by the hard side of life. When someone we loved walks away from us when we most needed them. When some of us have to deal with the messiness and the craziness of our growing teenage children, or the declining health of our aging parents, or just struggling with our own health. When we are confronted with these realities, it is easy to question why these are happening to us and how we can navigate through these experiences. But the readings this weekend seem to make meaning because they tell us that when God is involved in our life, there is always a way. The first reading from the second book of Kings, chapter 4, features Prophet Elisha and Elijah. These two significant figures from the 9th and 8th century BC manifest God's miraculous powers in their dealings with the people of God. For instance, Elijah feeds God's people in a most unexpected situation. When an unnamed man brings him 20 loaves of barley bread, Elijah invokes the divine power and feeds 100 people with the 20 loaves. However, more remarkable still is the leftovers. Beside the emphasis on God's work here, there is the understanding that Elijah is intimately bound to the community that surrounds him. He understands them and smells like them, to borrow the words of Pope Francis. And he teaches them that God's power cannot be relegated to merely spiritual space. Rather, it extends to all people and all life. One of those cute children's prayer to God is, "Dear God, why don't you do miracles anymore?" But God is not merely a miracle worker. The story of the multiplication of loaves in the gospel today, which is akin to the story of Elisha, is characterized as a sign. Signs points to something else. The description of Jesus' action points to his total self-giving on the cross, which we celebrate every day in the Eucharist. Therefore, what is genuinely miraculous is not merely the feeding of the 5,000 with 5 loaves, but that through the journey with Christ crucified, but present in the Eucharist, we are enabled to find hope where there is despair, to grow in faith that could live with doubt, and to have the courage to live through tough moments. Remarkably, Jesus' action was not just about providing food for man, but manifesting God's nature, who satisfy our thirst ultimately. The world cannot satisfy our thirst. When Jesus was thirsty on the cross, he was given vinegar. Oftentimes, those around us misunderstand our thirst and offer us vinegar instead of our real thirst. In our prayers, we often place before God our needs and the needs of the world around us. We may find ourselves repeating the words, 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough. My dear friends, whatever we have is not enough. Yet the phrase, "not enough," is not the final answer. When our insufficiency and powerlessness is placed in the hands of Jesus, it becomes strength and worth more than enough. God is concerned about the whole person and his ultimate fulfillment. At the center of our hunger and thirst is God. And like St. Augustine says, our hearts shall not rest until they rest in God. May God bless you.